Hi guys, in yesterday's session, we introduced about what is generative AI, what are the different content or different parts of the generative AI with the different examples, and we have also seen about the some demo about the generative AI. In order to learn generative AI, the prerequisite is Python. Hence, in today's session, I am going to introduce Python. What is Python? What are the different type of Pythons we have? What all there in the Python? Before we are going to learn about the Python, let me introduce you about the objective of Python. Let me introduce about objective of Python. What all is there in the Python? Let me explain you. So this Python is a fundamental concept for both data science and AI. If I ask you, how many of you fear about coding? How many of you fear about the coding? Or how many of you worried about the coding? Can you raise your hands? How many of you worried about the coding? I always thought coding is really difficult. I never want to learn the coding. Anyone? Only one? Two. That means remaining everyone are really interested about the coding. Am I right, guys? Three. Only three members. Only three members. Four. Only four. That means remaining everyone are interested about the coding. Am I right, guys? Five. Okay. Like six. Okay, only six members. Okay. Let me ask you the six members. Why do you worry about the coding? Why do you worry about the coding? Any reason behind of it, guys? Any reason behind of it? Can you please talk? Vivek, as you raise your hand, can you talk? Why do you worried about the coding? Come on, come on. Nakshrayas, why do you worry about the coding?
Sir, I feel that the
Hmm.
logic, I miss the logic most of the time, sir. That's why. Like, syntax is not that big of an issue. Like, if we practice the language for some time, we can be quite familiar with the syntax, but the logic is where I'm afraid. Like, I might not be able to crack the logic behind the code or something. That's why
Okay.
I'm a little scared.
Understood your point. Definitely, that is a valid question. And I will answer your question. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Chandrika, you said the finance people worried about the coding is because they don't understand the requirement. If the moment they are able to understand the requirement, what you need to achieve, then you can easily get the logic. In this course, I am not going to teach you. Don't worry, because I'm not going to teach you let's only coding. I will teach you how to understand the requirement. With respect to the requirement, how do you write the logic? If you're able to understand the requirement and the logic, coding is a cakewalk. Simple cakewalk. Right? That is what we are going to learn. So let's discuss without wasting the time. Let's jump into the objective of the course. The course is designed the people like you guys who want to learn Python to enable data related career. Suppose anyone want to enter into data related careers. Can you tell me what do you mean by data related career? What do you mean by data related career? Probably it could be data analyst, data analyst, data engineering, or data science, or even generative AI. If anyone would like to opt your career in respective fields, you must learn Python. Okay? This course, end of this course, after every module, after every topic, you will get sufficient practice along with the material. So we won't just focus only on the learning the code. We'll also utilize these sessions or these modules how to implement your Python skills in application oriented for AI and data science tasks. AI and data science tasks. For example, let me give a simple example. Do you know how many of you having calculator in your mobile? How many of you having a calculator in your mobile? Everyone? Come on. Everyone have a calculator in your mobile?
Yeah.
If you type, when you open your smartphone, you can type calculator. You will, the app application of calculator will open in your mobile. Am I right or wrong? Am I right? Am I right or wrong? Come on, please respond. I've seen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
right.
right. Now, suppose you want to learn, suppose you want to create an application of calculator. Generally, what happens in a calculator? Calculator, you can add multiple values. Am I right? 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. You can also you can also apply division. You can also apply multiply. You can also perform subtraction, division, percentage. You can also apply some of the mathematics like a square, square root, cube root, like logarithms. Like these kind of things may perform in your application. Now, someone asks you to create a calculator application. What do you say? Someone asks you to create calculator application in Python. What do you say? Do you think is it possible to create an application? Do you think is it possible to create an application? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. So that is an application. That I mean, not application means practical oriented. If someone asks you to create an application, so your own application, what happens once you enter into the industry? For example, data science industry, maybe generative AI industry, data engineering industry, or data analysis industry. Maybe your company may plan to automate the process. So what the plan they are doing, they will get some input file from different sources. They may get input file. Automatically the file need to be executed, need to perform some analysis. Let me ask you one question. Let me ask a simple one question. So how many of you are having a credit cards? How many of you are having a credit cards? No one? Ah, come on. I don't understand you guys. No. Is it a silent day? Is it a silent day today? Don't want to speak anything from your mouth?
Yes, yes, I have.
Is it a silent day? Come on.
I have.
You have only two. Only two members.
Yeah,
What
we
about
have.
rest?
We have, yeah.
You have. Okay. Very good. Very good. Let's say most of them are having the credit cards. Every month end or mid of the month, you will get the credit card bill amount, right? In the bill statement, you will get wherever you have done the transaction, you will get the each transaction and all. Now, company, let's take America. They plan to create an application. They want to create a dashboard or they want to create a some report month on month how many transactions are increasing in each region. For example, Bangalore is one region, Hyderabad is one region, Delhi is one region, Mumbai is another region. Region wise, they want to increase the or they want to understand how many transactions are increasing, what is the sale value amount, transaction value amount, how many customers are active customer by using the credit card, how many are the inactive customers who are not using the credit card. They want to create a one report month on month. So is it so what they have done for this? They want to create one automated Python code. Just you need to enter the starting month and end of the day month. Automatically, it need to create the report. For that, you have to use some Python programming language. This report will this report will help to make a better decision to improve their sales or to improve their revenue. Now, if they ask you, will you able to do? What do you say? What do you say? So these are the some of the reports. Definitely, we have to work. These are some of the reports people are working in the industry as a data analyst, as a junior data scientist with the help of Python programming language. These kind of works we will learn as part of the curriculum. So as I given a one application, one use case I given to you. Now the question coming to our mind is that how do I create? I'm a bit worried about my Python code. I'm not strong in Python. How should I write it? Boss, here the Python is not important. The thing which is really important is understand the requirement, what you have to do, how your report look like output. If you're able to understand what is your requirement, what is your output, then it will be very, very easy to write the programming language. I will take you one use case at the end of the course. I can guide you in a simple layman language to make you better understanding about the Python. Now, so far, any questions, guys? Any doubt? So far, any questions? Any doubt, Ashok? Abhishek Gaud? Balakrishna? Brijesh? Chandrika?
No, no.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
sir, why we shouldn't use SQL for this, sir? I mean, for this.
SQL cannot automate the process, right?
Okay.
SQL cannot automate the process, right? Just I need to run the every day, need to go to the open SQL. Just I need to click the one button, everything need to be done, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Now, so okay, in order to learn this task and all, what should I learn in Python? What are you going to teach? I mean, what I am going to teach you in Python? Maybe some point would have been missed here. Don't worry. If any point missed here, we will cover later also. Don't worry. We will cover two parts in this. One module is about Python basics. Second module is about advanced Python. In Python basics, entire Python basics, I divide into 12 different concepts. I mean, each concept have subtopics also. So first topic is about introduction Python. What is Python? How Python name came into the picture? What are the different versions of Python we have? And in the second, we'll talk about what do you mean by variable? How do you define the variable? What are the different kind of variables we have? What is data type? What are the different type of data types we have? Operators. What are the different operators like logical operators, mathematical, arithmetic operators, like comparison operators, like different conditional statement to apply the condition, looping, while loop, for loop, like this. Different data structures in Python, such as list, tuple, let's say list tuple, like dictionary, right? Set. These are now strings. What are the different kind of strings we have? How to join the two strings? How to concatenate the two strings? How to remove the spaces in between the strings? What are the different functions we have? Like we have two different functions, built-in functions, and we have some user-defined functions. Under the user-defined functions, we have recursion functions, list comprehensions. Like we have different modules, how to create your own module. Like I give an example, right? A module like a calculator, how to create a calculator application, how to deploy the calculator application you want to use permanently. What are the different standard libraries we have? Different standard libraries in Python like a numpy, math library, like a date library, OS library, something like that. If you have a different text files, how to handle the different text files, how to read the text files into Python, how to write the text files, how to add the content to a text file, right? Introduction to the libraries which are helping, which are useful to perform the data science activity, such as like pandas or like some pandas AI. Pandas AI is the new library, right? Like a simple to say matplotlib, right? Seaborn, plotty, like multiple libraries. Some by basic summary, let's say overall summary of the what you have learned. Now, any doubt about the basic part? I mean, I just given an overall high level view. at this point. Of course, each topic I will cover you in depth for your better understanding. Any doubt about each point? Sumant, go ahead. In
Could you,
basic Python.
yeah, I have a doubt, sir.
Tell me.
Normally we use exe files for automation, right? For those exe files, will design the front UI page, right?
No, that is not covered, so that is actual Python developer.
That is not covered, right?
No, that is not covered. So this is not a
Okay.
course for Python developer. This is a course for uh, data scientist and data generative AI specialist and all.
Yeah, just you mentioned packages, so I got that too.
Yeah, that will not be covered. So
Okay.
in the advanced Python, okay, any other questions, guys?
So this is for useful for a data analyst,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Power BI, yeah.
Yes, this all the topics would be useful for data analyst.
Is it required anything for other? Only for this is enough for basics.
Basics and these also required, like reading the data file, subsetting, modifying pandas, sorting, aggregating, visualization pattern trends. For Power BI analyst, this topic is really, really important.
Okay, okay.
This topic can be done in three different ways, five different ways actually. One is the matplotlib library. Second is Seaborn library. There is a one library called plotting. This library is really required to create a dashboard in Python. And Sweet is another library to create different graphs, automated graphs. Another called Auto, which automatically is to create the graphs. These are the different libraries which help to create the visualization patterns and trends on a given data set.
Okay.
Right? So the people, the way you the let's say Power BI developer and all used to create a dashboards in Power BI, right?
Yes, yes.
So those dashboards can be done without using Power BI. With the help of Plotty, we can create the dashboards. Okay.
Is it mandatory for Python? No, generally we are creating for dashboards with Power BI, right?
See, if you're organized, let mandatory or not mandatory means I cannot answer a question exactly, but I can answer in a way. If your
No.
company don't want to use Power BI, it look like expensive for them. They want to create a dashboard without using the Power BI. Probably it would be helpful to you, right?
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, right. Now, and I think few things which I have not mentioned in this one, that is about whoops concept. Whoops concept and regular expressions for text data. Generally, I will cover this topic, regex, this topic I will do cover generally in NLP concept. And also decorators, generators and decorators. This is the new concept. I mean, this is the old concept for the Python guys, but this concept is really required to build the LLM models. Earlier for data science, it is not required. If you want to learn LLM concept, this decorators and generator is really, really required. So the three topics which we have not mentioned, but I will cover as part of Python module in our course. 4 points. Sorry, not three, four.
Sir,
Go ahead, go
sir,
ahead.
will we be covering this? Will we be covering this LLM and NLP also?
In our module, yes, in our course content, yes, we are covering.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, guys, did I show you the yesterday class also? Yes or no? Yes or no,
Yes, sir.
guys? Ka?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Without how can I say without NLP, computer vision and LLMs, how can I say it is a AI course? I cannot say. Am I right, Kamalajit? Kaur? Am I right, Kaur? Kaur
Yes,
only.
sir.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Now,
Kamaljit. Yes.
yes. These are the topics will be covered. But these topics and pure advanced Python concepts, guys. These four concepts is pure advanced concepts of Python. These concepts cannot be understood without knowing the basics of Python. Hence, I am going to cover you very, very basics of Python. Once you understand the basics of Python, then it will be easy for you to understand about advanced Python. Okay. Now, any topic which I missed, maybe as a human, right, I also does mistakes. If any topic which I missed it, kindly let me know. If it is a really value that content, I will add you to the course. Sumant, yeah. So, yeah, now you have taken expectation from me, right? Any point which you felt I missed it? Any point is not clear for you guys? Kindly let me know. Any point which you felt it is not clear, kindly let me know.
So
Okay.
these are all Python modules, right? The matplotlib, C bonds, everything.
Yes, correct. Python modules.
Okay.
Modules you can call as a package, you can as a library. Package also you can call different names.
But
Synonyms you can say.
without object, we can't create, right? Classes, objects, something in Python.
That's what we are covering the OOPS concept, right?
Yeah. So to starting basic converts we require, right?
Not
For our
not not required basics. It is advanced concept.
okay.
Not required basics for OOPS concept. Okay.
Yeah, thank
Hmm. Hmm. Now, so you got expectations from me, right? You have expectations what I need to teach you for Python, right? Similarly, I also have a few expectations from all of you. One is a student. I can use a word student. I can use a consultant. You are my gods. Because of you, we are learning new things. I'm teaching good number of people. Right? Is required to follow below steps for extracting maximum benefit from this course or module. Don't run beyond run the concept. Try to understand the concept in a different perspective or different ways. So just I learned the concept, I listen the class, okay, I know the concept. No. That is not enough. Grow through the practical content. I will provide you over time to time, I will provide you the relevant data set. Implement solutions. I'll give assignments. Implement solutions on your own. On your own. If you start to implement, then you will get questions. The moment you're not start implementing, you won't get questions. Everything look okay. For example, let me ask you one question to all of you. How many of you knew how to drive the car? Or how many of you know how to drive the car? How many of you know how to drive the car? How many of you know how to swim? Only one, two. Come on, yeah. I asked a simple question. Now, Sumant, let me ask you Sumant or Kamaljit. Okay, anyone, not anyone. Okay, first today,
Yes,
before
sir.
you drive before you're driving the car, you thought, okay, car driving, you have only three things: A, B, C, accelerator, brake, clutch. If you know these three things, it will be very easy to drive the car. That's what you felt, right? Everyone, most of the people, including myself also. When you get the hurdle, when you start driving, when you start driving. Similarly, while listening the class, it looked like very easy, but when you start implement, you will get a lot of questions. Of course, you have to get the questions. You have to get the questions. When you got to know the answers for the required, whatever the question you have raised, then you will be one of the happiest person. Okay. So start implement whatever you learn. That is really important. So after every module, I will give one final project. For example, I have SQL. I give one project after all the talk. For example, Python now, I will give one use case. Like example I given. Let's say I have something, let's say machine learning, I'll give one final project. Let's say statistics, I'll give one final project like that. For every topic, you will get the one project and project you have to implement on your own. So the expected efforts you need to spend a minimum in a day for freshers or anyone. Freshers means here the term the person who don't know about the Python, those everyone will be considered as a fresher. At least you need to spend 3 to 4 hours per daily to understand the logic, to understand the concept. Okay. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So all the assignments need to be finished time, time to time. Then you are be the good for support and all. That is all the expect. Any questions about the expectation before I jump into the actual topic or actual content? Is everyone clear about this? Any doubt about this point? Shall I jump into the topic? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Everyone clear, right?
Yes.
Is it interesting or boring?
Yes.
Boring, right? Hmm. Let's jump into the topic. Introduction to Python for data science. Okay. What is this? The one which you're seeing on the screen?
So Python.
Python. Is it animal or
Yes, yes, animal.
animal?
Snake, snake.
Like,
Snake.
What do you mean with snake? Snake is animal?
No, it's a reptile.
Yes, it's a reptile.
Snake is animal? Come on, respond.
No, it is a
Come on, come on. I'll give one. Think it, think it.
Yeah, it's animal only.
Animal? Okay.
Yeah, kind of in English we call it some rodent, I think.
It's
The
kind of animal only.
animals which,
Kind of.
yeah,
Animal.
Oh, kind of animal.
yeah, we call it a rodent or something. We call it
Is it a
something.
wild
Actually, this
animal
is
or normal?
categorized
no, it's not animal.
wild.
Mamer,
It's not animal.
what is that then?
It is a
Hmm? Python is not an animal. Some people call animal, some call mammal, different names call. But this is not actual python or a snake. This is not a reptile you can call. Everyone call some people call reptile or animal. So what is the difference between the reptile and animal? Okay, that is not our intention,
Yeah, I
not
was
required.
not getting
Ah,
this word.
reptile. Okay, perfect. Okay, now that is not required for us, guys. Don't worry. By looking at this picture, how do you feel? Fear, right?
Very.
Worried, right? Okay, don't worry. Python is so easy, guys. Okay, so let's go to the background of the Python, guys. Python is a programming language. Now, what do you mean by programming language? What do you mean by language? Simple. What is the term? What do you mean by language? What is the term called meaning language?
Just communication to other person.
Communication to let's say language is a essence to communicate each other. Language can be anything. Let's say if two people are speaking English, it is a language. Don't assume that language is English. Telugu is also one language, Tamil is also another language, Malayalam is another language, Hindi is a language. No need to be this thing. Okay, just is a language to communicate. Programming language, what do you mean by a language which communicate with computers? That is called programming language. A language which communicate with computer, that is called programming language. Generally, programming languages are three different types. One is low level language, second is assembled language, third is about high level programming language. Okay, programming language are three different types. What are those? Low level language, assembled language, and high level programming language. What do you mean by low level language? Low level language generally understands by the computer, which is in the form of binary format, which consists of 0 and 1. which consists of 0 and 1. For example, you have written number 5 also, it will convert into binary format, something like this. So this is the 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, something like that. Okay, please. Okay, low level language. Computers can able to understand only one programming language, that is called low level language programming, which consists of 0 and 1. Though you have written English language, though you have written any language, by end of the day, it will convert into a low level programming language, which are in the form of 1 and 0. For example, if something number like this, the 5, we have a number 5. The answer is 110 in binary format. So binary is a 2, 2 to the power of 0, uh, maybe 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, something. So 2 to the power of 0, what is the answer? Here also 1 something, 101 something. 2 to the power of 0, what is the answer? Which is going to be 1 into 2 to the power of 0 plus 0 into 2 to the power of 1 plus 2 to the power of 2 into 1. 1 into 2 to the power of anything power of 0 is called 1. 1 into 1. 0 into 2, 0 plus 4. This is the answer. The answer is 101. The binary number 101 is belonging to the value of 5. Belonging to the value of 5. Suppose I want to write the number of, let's say, 25. Can you tell me what is the binary format for this? 25? 2 cube is the 8. Let's say 2 cube is the 8. Right? 2 to the power of 4 is the 16. So 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. This is the 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, 2 to the power of 4. Like, this is the answer. Maybe 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. So though you have given some number is 25, automatically computer can enable low level program converts into the value like binary format. For humans, it is really difficult to understand about the binary format. Now, any questions? Any doubt? Assemble means any questions about the low level language? Any questions about the low level language, guys? Any questions about the low level
No,
language?
no, no.
No, right? So assemble programming language. What do you mean by assemble programming language? It means, so you create in your phone, you have a chips, right? Microchip, macro chips, controllers and all. Those to develop those things, we use assemble programming language, semiconductors and chips and all. High level programming is nothing but where users like us, we can use to communicate, we can use to write and read the language, any programming language, that is called as the high level programming. So the what are the programming language we have, like a C++, Java, .NET, Python, every other programming language, all are belonging to high level programming language only. Though we have written the program in high level, computer can convert the programming language into low level, right? We are not worried about that. We are manually, we are not required to understand how do you convert into low level programming language. So this programming language, now are you clear about the first point? What are the different types of programming language? We have a 3 different type of programming language. One is about low level, second about assemble programming language, third is about high level programming language. Does Python belong to which programming language? Low level, assemble or high level programming language? Python belong to which level?
High level.
High level programming language. Now, programming. So, in which year it is created? The programming language created around 1989-90s. So, we created 90. So this Python programming language used for different purpose. It can be used for software engineering. It can also used for web developments, different application, web application. It also uses the data science prospect to data science and generative also. We use generative also is a part of data science only. Hence, it will be used. So some of the big companies are using this Python, such as like Google, YouTube, Instagram, Dropbox. Some of the big companies are using Python for their web, either could be for data science perspective, or they can use for the web development, for even for software engineering purpose also. They are using the Python programming language. Am I right? So why to use? So now we have a question. So okay, why you need to use Python? Why don't we use some other programming language such as like .NET or Java? That is a common question for majority of the people. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's understand about that example much better way. Uh, let's understand example. Uh, let's understand example with best example. Let me go with why to use Python for data science task. First one is large community. Large community. What do you mean by large community? Any idea? Any idea what do you mean by large community?
Lot of
Yeah, the
people are
number of
using the
people are
Python.
Large
large
community. What do you
people.
mean by the term called large community?
Is
People
supporting
are
for company
associated with
some
large
many
number
related
of
issues
bodies.
something.
General meaning. Try to understand. See, if you know the English, you can easily learn the Python, guys. But you need to understand the meaning of English. Large community. For example, let me ask a simple question. Balakrishna, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Whenever you get a problem, who will help you? Is
So
anyone
generally,
is anyone are there to help you?
no.
No one. No one.
Sometimes it will help some many related issues. Some going to for community, then we'll clear the doubts and all.
Forget about subject. Forget about subject. Let's take an I'm just if you got some issue, family
Yeah,
issue or some personal issue
yeah,
or any issue, is there
yeah,
anyone in the world to help you?
yeah. Definitely.
Yes, right. Who are there? Like your parents, your relatives, your friends,
Yeah,
your
yeah. Something.
colleagues.
Yeah, depends
Yes.
on.
Yeah, I'm of course I'm not talking about any issue. Generally, I'm
Yeah,
talking about,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Correct.
That
Yeah, yeah.
means
Correct.
family is a community, friends is a community, relatives is a community, colleagues is a community, like your social media friends also can be a community, right? By knowing or unknowing, majority of the people, whenever you get an issue, majority of people would support you. So community is the means different kind of people. So the people who knows the Python are more and more available in the market. If you get any issue which you are relevant to Python, any support you require related to the Python queries, there are the people in the society or in the internet are readily available to help. Hence, we call it as a large community. Hence, we call it as a large community. Right? Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Any questions? Any doubt? Okay. Next one. Large community. Like, for example, how to read one full line followed by it. Automatic convert Jupyter notebook. Like it's parsing down files and with a different. So this, let's say second example, first example, 98 views, two people have answered. So 443 views, three people have answered, three words correct. So 14 views, no one has answered. Maybe I am not saying that everyone will answered it. So majority of people may see if they're able to answer it, they can answer it. So as you see the numbers, it is a good count. People are watching this. That's what the meaning of this. Understood? Second example. Easy syntax. If you want to write the easy syntax is very easy. So suppose I want to print something hello world. I want to print something hello world. It is just I use one word called hello world. Obviously we printed it. Suppose I want to print something same thing in Java. Does anyone know Java here? Does anyone know Java here? Let's see. Let's compare in the internet only. Let's compare in the internet only. Let's compare in the internet only. Let's compare the internet. Easy to understand. Let's take ChatGPT.
Yeah, static void main arguments.
How to, can you please help me to write a code? Hello world, use syntax. Something. Let's see. So how many lines of code it has given Java? Tell me, guys. How many lines of code it has given? Come on, come on. How many lines of code it has given? How many lines of code is given in ChatGPT?
6 line.
3 lines, right? Maybe forget about this. Maybe 3 lines, right? At least forget the parentheses, the curly braces, and at least we can say 3 lines, right? Right? The same thing. Let's see. Same thing using Python. See. Now, how many lines of code it has taken?
A single line.
Single line. And as a English, as a layman, when you compare the two codes, which one looks very easy? Which one looks very easy?
Python.
Which one looks very easy? The
Python.
Java code is easy or Python code is easy?
Python code.
Python code. Hence, I use a word called. I use a word called. I use a word called easy syntax. So that is the reason I have used a word called easy syntax. Right? So if you know so majority of the syntax, if very simple in plain English language, if you're able to understand the English language, then 101% you can easily understand the Python code. You can easily understand the Python code. Am I right? So next, open source. Now you have a question. Okay, sir, you are saying Python is very easy. So how do I learn Python? Vijay, how do I learn Python? Sir, do I need to pay any amount for the Python? Boss, no need to pay any penny for Python. It is a open source. You can freely get downloaded from the internet. It is a open source, easily available from the internet. You can use Mac laptop, Mac notebook. You can use Windows laptop. You can use Ubuntu, Unix, Linux, any name you can call. It is an open source. We can easily download from the internet without paying single penny. Make sense? Python is have a different kind of rich libraries, which is very helpful for data science. Here you can see how many names you can see here. How many names you can see here in this right side?
5.
How many? 5. Can someone read the first one? Someone read the first one? Come on. You can see the scikit-learn, right? This is the scikit-learn, right?
Yeah.
Scikit-learn, basically, you want to build. Okay, let me ask you one question. Okay, let me give the first definition and then I'll give one use case. Scikit-learn is basically used to build the machine learning model. If you want to build or develop machine learning model, we are going to use a library such as called scikit-learn. Now the people ask a question, sir, can you give me an example for machine learning object, machine learning? So everyone, how much you are spending per month? I've seen Ashok, how much do you spend? How much
Regarding
do you any spend personal spend or anything in a monthly? I don't need an exact amount. Give me a rough number. That's fine.
some 40K.
40. Suppose I would like to predict how much how much each individual spending month on month. Or I would like to predict how much expenses in a family for a month. I would like to predict who is going to smoke. I would like to build a model who is going to leave organization in next 3 months. I would like to how much stock is required to keep in DMart store or in Walmart store. To build this kind of scenarios or to build this kind of models, we are going to use scikit-learn. Agree with me? Now understood it simple language, plain language? Any confusion? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Suppose, go ahead, please.
Can you
Yes,
please
sir.
explain, please?
Can you
What I mean that
can you
it's a
please, sorry?
It,
register.
is it like analyzing data?
No. Okay, one by one answer that question. Sneha. Who was the first? Sneha, right? Sneha. It is not analyzing the data. It predict the future by using the existing data. For example,
Okay.
let me give a simple example. What is the temperature today? Let's say 30 degrees. What was the temperature yesterday? What was the temperature day before yesterday? What was the temperature 10 days ago? What was the temperature 20 days ago? By using existing or historical data. Historical, whatever the days which are completed, those are called historical data. By using existing data, predict the future. That is called machine learning. Simple to say. By using existing data, predict the future events or future tasks. It can be done with the help of machine learning. That is what the meaning of machine learning. Make sense? Or let me give a simple example. Let me give a simple example. Let's say, let me give a simple example. Let me give a simple example. Does everyone know about the Amazon? Amazon? Yes or no?
Yes.
Let's say I want to buy laptop. Let's say laptop, maybe laptop under, let's say 1 lakh, maybe 1 lakh rupee. See which laptop is showing. I mean, I'm not, let's say, just taking any example, guys. Let's say any example. Let's simple example. Dell Inspiron something. Come down, come down, come down, come down, come down. They're giving all the description of the product and all. Look into here. First, they're talking about the product, price of the product, how much discount, how many people are rated about the product, right? Um, right? And brand name, model name, they're giving the details about all these things, right? They're giving all the details about the product. Agree with me? Right? About the item, what is the specifications? We are comparing. See, can you see here? What is the option? Can you see here? Everyone, can you read this? Can you read this? Can you read? Someone read this? What is that?
Frequently
Frequently
bought.
bought.
Frequently brought together. What we are trying to buy now? Laptop. The people who bought the laptop, they also bought the, what is this? Laptop cover, or can I say laptop bag? Am I right? Easily. So, right. So, and also, let's come down. Customer who bought this item laptop, they are also buying the different products. What are those? Like table stand, laptop bag, or multiple things. Am I right, guys? So, to recommend a product, let's say buying the one product, recommending the related products. How do you recommend the related products? It can be done with the help of machine learning activity. It is also one of the use case of the machine learning. Understood? Now, these tasks can be done with a library called scikit-learn. Make sense? Make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hmm. Right. Now, next one, numpy. What is the next one? Any doubt about? Are you any doubt about the scikit-learn, guys? Any doubt about the scikit-learn?
No doubt.
Okay. What is the next one, guys?
NumPy.
What is the full form of? I think someone also asked the question apart from Sneha. Someone also asked the question. I didn't. If I did not remember, who is that? May I know? Or someone also asked the question.
Yeah,
May I know?
actually, I am asking for which, what is mean by rich libraries?
Which is a collection of libraries.
Yeah,
Use
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
got it, point.
NumPy. NumPy. What is the full form of NumPy? Numerical Python. To perform the mathematical activities. If you want to perform linear algebra, matrix, all these things, we can use this thing, right? Okay. Pandas is data aggregation, data summarization, data gathering multiple tables of data into a single table. We use pandas. And also we can perform basic data analysis also can be performed with the help of pandas. For example, I have a bank data set. In the bank, I want to understand who is the top five spend customers. I want to understand the average balance of top five customers. I want to understand top five customers from which city are they. What is the age group of the top five customers or 10 customers? If you would like to perform these kind of analysis, it can be done with the help of pandas. Okay. Hmm. Now, if you want to perform the deep learning options, we are going to use TensorFlow. TensorFlow is created by Google company. Basically, to detect the yesterday, remember we discussed next. How many of you attended yesterday's class? How many of you attended yesterday's class? How many of you attended? No one? Only one. Only one.
Sir.
No, we have attended.
Yesterday we discussed about the age gender prediction, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
Have we discussed
yes.
about the yes, right? In the age gender prediction, we discussed about the something called we discussed how to predict that. In the background of that algorithm, we have used TensorFlow. And PyTorch also is same thing, which is developed by the Facebook. Without using the mathematics, the Facebook was much easier to understand as compared to TensorFlow. In terms of the execution, I mean, both that does same task. For both that does same task, but PyTorch is more vigilant and as well as more fast as compared to TensorFlow. Make sense? Right? So that is what the libraries. There are n number of libraries. These are some example I given 5 libraries. What is the meaning of rich library? Job opportunities. So the number of job opportunities. If you want to be a data scientist, you want to go with the generative AI specialist. Even you want to go Power BI developer. Everywhere they will ask one common skill set. That is everyone want Python language. If you open the job opportunities, for example, if you open the job opportunities, can I open the Naukri.com? Suppose if I open the data scientist, anything. Okay, okay, they're asking to data, let's say data scientist job opportunity. Jobs in Bangalore. Let's say I'm just giving an example of data science jobs in Bangalore. See, each skill set, anything. See, senior data scientist. So, where is the maybe is maybe related to SaaS company? Maybe we are very less number of opportunities. Let's take an example, data scientist. Can you see? Can you see Python programming language for data analysis, data science, artificial intelligence? So at Python, they're clearly mentioning the programming language Python. So if you go with the data scientist Capgemini, here also, see, what is the first point itself they're mentioned? What is the first point is mentioned? Forget about the rest of the points. The first point itself they mentioned is they require good programming skills Python. Okay, let's go to another job. let's say Cardinal Health, something, right? They're talking about generative AI and all, right? They're talking about generative AI. I don't know where they mentioned Python. Mm, maybe they would not mention, but without Python, it is impossible, guys. See, excellent. Here also they mentioned, right? Quality data analyst. See, one day ago they posted NLP and all. They're talking about this. See, professional language such as data science, such as Python. So that means we have seen the 5 to 7 job openings now. Every job opening, the people are talking about the Python job opportunities. They required Python programming language. Any questions? Any doubt? Ashok, Balakrishna, I've seen.
No, no.
Right?
Oh, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Now let me explain you. Let me explain you one example. Let's say platform independent. What do you mean by platform independent? That means whatever the programming language you have written in, whatever the programming language, whatever the programming language, like we have Windows, Ubuntu, or Mac. If you write the programming language, if you write Python program in Windows, the same Python code can be used in different programming languages. The same code can be used in different programming languages, such as such as Mac, Ubuntu, or anything. So that means platform independent. The same code will be used in different platform. Like Windows is one platform, Ubuntu is one platform, Mac is one platform, like that. Right? Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Now, why to use Python? Let's discuss, because why to use Python? Because large community, more job opportunities, a platform independent, easy syntax, different rich libraries, open source. Because of this, R6 point, we have to use Python. What are the different versions of Python? Why we need to learn about the Python? We will discuss in tomorrow class. Is it fine? Any questions? Any doubt?